Tommy Vercetti is now a mod in Elden Ring. The main character from GTA Vice City is taking a break from running Miami, and he's not messing around. Okay, so for this video, the mission is to play as Tommy and try and get our hands on one of the rarest swords in the game. You can only find this in one place, and that's the Raya Lucaria Academy. The sword in question is the Lazuli Glintstone sword, which has a 2% drop rate. So we're going to go through the academy using only weapons that Tommy uses in GTA and try and get our hands on the Lazuli Glintstone sword. No weapon makes more sense for our hero to use than the brass knuckles. This melee weapon was introduced in Vice City and has appeared in every GTA game since. Although in GTA 5 it's now known as the Knuckle Duster. And the closest thing we have to that in Elden Ring is the Cestus. So we've got that equipped. And just before we begin though guys, let's have a look at this character model. This mod is made by the modder, and let me see if I can get this right, AZ3163693, that's the name of the modder, and they've made a few character mods for Elden Ring, like they've got a Chun-Li mod, they've got a Thor mod, they have a Mass Effect, a Shepard mod, so if you're looking to download any of those mods, just search for them on Nexus Mods. But this detail is so good. We've got the silver chain, we've got the chest hair, and we have the murderous glints in old Tommy Vercetti's eyes. But anyway, it's time to ascend to the academy and get our hands on that Lazuli Glintstone sword. It's crazy, but months on since Elden Ring's release, I'm still finding new weapons and armor. I don't know about you guys, but there are so many surprises still packed away, hidden away in Elden Ring. Some of these have less than a 0.5% drop rate as well, meaning that even if you know exactly where to look, you're still gonna have to grind for the weapon. And I have done a lot of grinding. By the way guys, just look at that. Come on, Raya Lucaria Academy. It never gets old. It's just so well designed. I love this place. Probably one of the best looking places in the whole game. So we're at our first fight now. Let's see how the Cestus does. As you can see, if you look above, my health bar is absolutely tiny, and that's because I respect all of my runes and basically put them into Arcane. Arcane, of course, being the stat that determines how frequently enemies drop items. But that's okay because we've put my favourite Ash of War on the Cestus, and that is the Flame of the Redmanes. This is amazing, this skill at stunning enemies, so you can do a takedown move on them and just like completely eat their health away. Like literally 50% of the time, this move stuns your enemy. It doesn't matter who it is, could be a small foot soldier enemy, could be a massive troll, they always get stunned. So that's going to help us hugely since I haven't really leveled up the Cestus gloves. Now let me show you a little bit about how this mod works while we're here. Basically, the mod replaces one of the armor sets in the game. And the armor set that it replaces is the Astrologer robes. So to equip the Tommy Vercetti costume, just equip the Astrologer robes. I never really wear the Astrologer robes anyway, they're not really my cup of tea, so that is fine. You will get some character clipping happening though, so the other thing you should download is the mod called Remove Player Skin. It sounds quite morbid, but that's the mod you need. This turns your character almost fully invisible and just prevents seeing your original character poking out underneath a new Tommy skin laid on top. Okay, let's push on through the graveyard. It's been a while since I did Raya Lucaria Academy, so this almost feels like a fresh game. Must have been like 200 hours or so back. But these skeletons still give me trouble even at or level 150. That's the thing about Elden Ring enemies, if you're complacent even a little bit, even the lowest level enemy can kill you. But there's no point battering these guys up because the Lazuli sword is in one specific place in the academy and it's not in the graveyard. So we'll run away from the dog. God, I hate dogs in this game. Not in real life, only in this game. Is it still following me? Yes, yes it is. Okay, I think we need to dispatch the dog, I'm sorry. See ya. Okay, Okay, now this guy will be a test for us. This is an Alabaster Lord. Always found this design really nice, to be honest. Easy enough if you've leveled up, but as I say, all my points are put into Arcane, which really doesn't help with fights. Although saying that, Arcane does increase the damage done by elemental attacks like Bleed and Fire, so it does make our Ash of War more powerful. So I would say our skills are pretty evenly matched here, which makes it a fun fight. Tommy's survived against the Miami mob, but I don't really think he's ever taken on a giant man with dominion over gravity. Slightly different opponent there, so you know he's got his work cut out. Okay, Alabaster Lord, beaten, we're very near the sword now. But you know what, I'm still seeing things I've missed here, like items I haven't even picked up. And it kind of makes me want to go back through other areas like Stormvale Castle and see what I missed. So let's just see if we can get that item. I'm really curious to see what it is. All these little glowing balls of light everywhere. I always think when I first saw them when I was going through the game originally, oh yeah, I'm going to come back and get that, and then you just get distracted and you never really go and pick them up. I see, I knew that bookcase looked suspicious. If anything looks suspicious in this game, just whack it. Literally never knew this. Okay, following the path round. And there it is, the new helm, our brand new helm. And it's the Olivinus Glintstone Crown, another piece of armor I had no idea even existed. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'll never wear it, but it's nice to have. Alright, now it's time to get the sword, and the nearest site of grace is the schoolhouse classroom. From here, go to the hall and kill the first sorcerer you see. This is the one with the tiny 2% chance of dropping the sword. If you fancy giving this a go, it's up to you what weapon you use. You can use whatever you want, but if you want something that's going to cut down on the farming time, I would just say, you know, use your most powerful weapon. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. So I'm going to switch weapons to another weapon that's in keeping with the GTA theme, one of Tommy's favourite weapons, the Fire Axe. Okay, the Fire Axe only appears in GTA Vice City Stories on the PSP, not the actual Vice City on console, but still, close enough. Now there is no Fire Axe in Elden Ring, so I'm using the Executioner's Great Axe, which I've already got leveled up, so it's actually pretty powerful. With this, we can cut each run down to about 10 seconds, which is really, really brief. On top of that, let me just show you a few more ways to increase your chances of the item dropping. All these items here you're going to see increase Arcane, so we have the Silver Scarab Talisman first, this increases Arcane the most. Then we have Marika's Sword Seal, which raises your Arcane as well. Also we have Godric's Great Rune, so use your Rune Arc to activate that. This lasts until you die. And you could also use the Silver Tier Mask to raise your Arcane too, but we won't do that because we want to see Tommy's beautiful face. Well, with all of that, I like our chances of getting this rare sword. So let the grind begin. And there it is, guys, the Lazuli Glintstone sword. Finally got it, and here's what the sword looks like. Kind of gives me Master Sword vibes, like got that kind of shape to it. So if you wanted to make a Link build, yeah, use the Lazuli Glintstone sword. Now I like this sword because of its heavy attack. When you charge up to do the attack, you cannot be interrupted. No attack will stun you, so you will always get your attack off, which is very cool. Although you will still be damaged by attack, so you won't be invulnerable to damage. It just makes it so you won't get staggered or get your attack interrupted. This is a very good charge attack. I love that. As for the Ash of War, it's a glintstone projectile, which is also very nice. A sword that fires at glintstones. I think that's pretty unique. I don't think there's another sword in the game that fires glintstones, so definitely worth getting the sword. To make the most of this sword, though, you're going to want to crank up the intelligence, but something tells me Tommy is more of a melee-focused kind of guy. So there we go. That was the playthrough with the amazing Tommy Vercetti mod. I love these sorts of mods, like taking a character from one thing and putting it in another thing that makes literally zero sense. Thanks so much for watching the video, and for more Elden Ring videos, subscribe to the channel or watch the videos that are currently floating above my head.